As I go in and out of the dormitory, this is what I see. The single and only trash bin in our floor, overflowing and chock full of garbage. As you may expect, flies hover it and scavenger cats take this opportunity to find a decent meal. The state of the streets of Manila is a similar case. Garbage is littered everywhere, in canals, sidewalks, and gutters. It even seems like you can walk on the creeks paved with garbage. Imagine how it smells like here, and that should even be the least of your concerns. When it rains and pours, and the creeks overflow, where else would the pavement of garbage go but back to us? And if this does flow, what will happen to the fish and other marine life, which we end up eating, by the way? Imagine the mere sight of pests that roam these piles of trash and the diseases that they bring with them. Despite the numerous reminders around us, the problem with garbage never seems to cease.
Sabi po rito sa Republic Act 9003 and it's implementing rules and regulation.
What is Councilor Berona of Barangay UP Campus talking about here? Republic Act 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 explicitly outlines the do's and don'ts when it comes to handling solid waste. Example, you must not burn trash, you must not litter, and waste should be segregated at the source. Even with the numerous bins in this building in UP, the absence of a proper segregation scheme violates the law, as your trash gets mixed up in individual bins. Do you really need a lot of plastic bags for takeout orders, which you will just consume in less than 5 minutes? And when buying a single item, wrapped in plastic, in the grocery, do you really need that small plastic bag that will be useless in the long run? These small plastic bags will just end up being thrown away. As I went around UP, I stumbled upon this yellow truck of Quezon City that collects wastes from certain areas. Here, I met Mon and Mariano.
Mga ilang taon na po kayo nagtatrabaho dito sa pangungulek ng basura?
Bago lang ako.
Bago lang po kayo.
Sa pizza. Yan.
Kayo po kayo, gano'n na po kayo katagal dito sa pangungulekta ng basura? Gano'n na po kayo katagal?
10.
Ano po?
10.
Mga 10 years na po.
The law states that waste should be segregated before it is collected, so that these recyclable wastes can be easily processed or sold. But according to Mon, this isn't usually the case, so they end up sorting the recyclable wastes from the residual waste themselves. On another day, I visited Barangay UP campus to see the relocation site of their segregation center, which was originally in campus but was ordered to be moved by the administration to give way for the construction of the engineering complex. Councilor Berona showed me around.
Yung gagawing segregation center, ito yung
Opo.
gagawing MRF. Ngayon, sa kasalukuyan, pansamantala mo ng garden siya, urban gardening ng barangay.
They are waiting for funds from the city government to build this facility. Inside UP Diliman, there is a Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF. They mostly compost biodegradable waste, like fallen leaves, and use this compost to grow vegetables in their compound. The Task Force on Solid Waste Management, under Professor Basug, runs this facility. They have only 12 personnel for the whole campus, which is why they can only cover a limited part of the university. Mike, one of the workers, gets up early to come to work at 7 in the morning. While banging on his pan, he passes by every doorstep in the Area 2 neighborhood to collect biodegradable waste from the kitchen and even dried leaves and twigs from each household. He also accepts recyclable wastes which he will stock in the MRF. These are sold to a junk shop to add some funds to the measly budget the task force receives. Professor Basug believes that they would be able to serve the whole UP Diliman campus if they were given enough funds.
Sa Earth Day Network Philippines naman po, ang government organization po siya at ang specialty po nila, yung mga tarpaulin ginagawa po nilang bags.
Vicky, a biology student and co-head of the Iskoklins UP or ICU movement, hopes that through her talks, her fellow students would understand the need to make solutions to our problems in waste possible. How else can we move to solve bigger issues? Will you wait until this problem becomes worse than it is today?
You got the best of both worlds. You're the kind